Hey guys, Megaton Menace here, back with another video. And I'm once again joined by my friend Desir. And we're going to be watching and reacting to RWBY Volume 8, Chapter 12. So it's basically another 18-minute episode, and it actually is pretty cool that the length of each episode has been consistent, because that makes it so that the episodes, you never feel disappointed by an episode being short, because they're all about the same length, and that's nice. So when it comes to this episode, I do think that, like, giving in to Ironwood's ultimatum and having Penny go to the vault is going to be what's going to happen. But I'm not sure what next. Because like, obviously...
Or what else.
Right. But not only that, but it's the type of thing where, like... Because I do think that... Because, yeah, they're going to take Penny to the vault to comply with Ironwood, but are they actually planning to comply with him, or are they going to do some kind of funny business once Penny's there? I don't know. And then yeah, there is also, of course, Neo was stancing off to go up against Cinder and Watts. Or at least they were in proximity, and there seemed to be hostile intent. And then Crow and Robin were going after Ironwood, and someone came out of the elevator. Probably Winter and Marrow, but we didn't actually see, so who knows? And that's interesting too, because like Crow and Robin, or Penny, or like, those are both things that could throw a wrench in opening the vault just going smoothly.
Right.
Yeah. And it's hard. I also feel like that when it comes to the people that were contacted with the tower, I feel like that we only have 2 episodes of the volume after this, and therefore I do feel like that people showing up at the end of this episode as the cliffhanger, like, I think we're deep enough in the season that actually could happen at the end of... at any time. And what's crazy is that does seem like a cliffhanger thing, so if it doesn't happen at the end of this episode, it'll probably be at the end of the next episode.
Right. Because it's an episodic cliffhanger more than a seasonal one.
Right, exactly, because like it doesn't make sense to end an episode that way. And I guess technically they could start an episode that way, but why do that when you could generate hype by ending the previous episode that way?
Right.
Cool. So I think that's all I got. Do you got anything? You've been a little quiet.
Nope. Yeah, no, it's always good to have you do the intros.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah,
let's dive into this
You
thing.
usually do have more to say afterwards. Yeah, let's dive in. And it's considering the options that Ruby Jr., Oscar, Emerald have, I do think that having Penny go for the ultimatum is a good option, is probably their best option, but it's also true that I still am nervous about it.
I also think it's true that they do have enough pieces that splitting up is viable.
Right.
Like, they should be smart with how they move forward, because they actually do have a lot of people.
Yep. And of course, 2 other things that we do need to think about is that if Winter and Marrow have defected, like, Ironwood orders the bomb to go off, who's actually going to push the button? Because it seems like that it would just have to be, like, one of the 3 Aesops that are still loyal to him. So they might be able to stop them from pushing the bomb. Also, another thing that is that maybe the plan, like, is to bait Ironwood. Like, maybe they won't actually send Penny, and that they'll just have Emerald whammy him so that he thinks that they sent Penny.
That's true, because they have Emerald.
Yeah.
And that's valuable.
Yeah.
And plus, Ironwood won't be expecting Emerald on their side.
Exactly.
He doesn't know.
Exactly. So she could be a big ace in the hole until he learns. That's big.
Big gun, boom, boom.
Yeah. It's I don't remember what it's called, but it's totally like it's the same type of gun that Rocket used on Ronin in Guardians 1 to blow up the hammer.
Be ready for anything. We
Okay.
don't know what state Penny is in.
If any
It's
of
true.
those brats had the nerve to come with her, we put them down immediately. The general gave his terms. No more games. Is there a problem?
Just retracing the steps that led us here.
Damn, if he's got doubts, you know something's wrong.
What is it, sir?
Crow and Robin. They're in the Academy hangar.
Trying to stop the payload.
Or just looking for a way out.
Not going to happen.
That's not your
I've
decision.
been waiting to take my shot at those two. Let's go, Aesops.
But someone needs to stay here with the general.
I'll stay. We lose the payload,
Okay.
we lose our leverage.
She's right. Contain it. Now.
I guess it wasn't her in the elevator then.
Sir, this course of action,
I hope you're not going to try to talk me out of it.
no, sir. I don't think that's possible.
Yeah.
I didn't think you'd actually come alone. I expected at least some resistance from your friends.
Yeah.
I don't want anyone else to die. I must open the vault.
Yeah. Oh wow, that actually is his gun.
You
Like that was his two guns like clicked together.
I have.
I definitely just
Feels
assumed.
weird.
Yep. I definitely just assumed that it was some new weapon. I called that shit. I'm glad I spoke up.
Yeah?
Even though he's just a robot with a gun, it's kind of a fair fight. However, if Winter takes either side, it won't be. Oh,
Winter's
nice.
already taken us.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Yeah. Sorry. Oh. Goggle. Bang. Okay, that's some anime shit right there.
I really like that.
We don't want to fight.
We didn't want to drop Atlas either. But
Yeah.
we've all had to make some tough calls, huh?
Yeah.
Go!
Damn.
Move to phase
They took
2.
him down really quick. But it's honestly not
Guys.
surprising because it was like
He
7
has
versus
to go
1.
to the vault.
Mm-hmm.
That's actually a risk
Yeah.
we haven't considered.
We've been so worried about keeping the vault closed that we never considered using what's inside.
The
Yeah.
staff of creation.
like
Maybe we
this.
could
'Cause
use
now
it
they're
to
showing
save
us how we
Penny
got
and
there.
get everyone in Atlas and Mantle back to safety.
Even though it mostly speaks for itself, but still. But they'll probably
Well,
cover where the other half of the group
You'll never
went.
guess who I just heard from.
Right?
Oh,
You just heard from Winter.
So
probably.
you're not arresting me?
Nope.
Ironwood's got to be stopped.
Yep.
Then why did you hit me?
Because you were about to get killed if I didn't do something.
It's true.
What are you doing?
Texting.
What I should have done ages ago. Getting in touch with my sister. We're going to
Nice.
need help.
Yeah. Yep. Okay.
Speaking of help,
Yeah.
That we can't evacuate unless we use the staff.
It's literal. It really
Bridge
is
is located
Ironwood versus
inside
the
the
entire
vault.
cast.
If we open the vault, Penny
Basically,
terminates.
He's got like
If
3
Ironwood
minions.
gets wind of any of this, he blows up Mantle.
There's something else to consider.
Oh yeah.
Once the staff creates anything else,
Yep.
the
Atlas.
city drops. Atlas has enough natural gravity dust to keep it from plummeting immediately. but
Okay. Well, couldn't they
Wow.
use that to slowly
Nobody's going to want to be around
slowly
when it touches
lower into the
down.
hole?
perhaps.
Okay, then let's use the staff to teleport everyone to safety. Maybe even to another
It can
kingdom.
do that?
We can't just wave it like a magic wand and make our problems go away. And we haven't even told you about him.
Huh?
Who?
The spirit and the staff.
Oh.
Like Jin. But, well,
That
he's a
makes sense
character.
that they would all
He can
have some
build you
sort of
anything,
spirit.
but
Yeah.
only if you can explain to him how.
Oh, so
like
you have
any
to
craftsman,
know.
he'll need blueprints.
So it's
some
not
sort
OP.
of reference. It'll help if we have real-world examples to show him.
I've already gone through the city layouts for the SDC evacuation. Maybe I can help.
Okay.
There's still James and
What
his
a
bomb
team.
to consider.
Yeah, right.
Oh, I've got a plan for that.
So, that takes care of phase 1.
Meanwhile, the real Penny goes to the vault. With help.
Okay.
I blasted a hole through the bottom of Atlas, and
Yeah.
I highly doubt they've had time for repairs.
Nice.
That should take you straight to it.
Yeah, the Oz hole from when he got shot by
All
Iron.
of that
Yeah.
is the easy part.
As soon as Penny opens the door, we go through, grab the staff, and stop her termination.
Just hang in there, Penny. Okay?
Yeah, maybe the the staff might be able to do that.
That would make sense.
Yeah. Because it's creation, so. Yeah. It's the knowledge vault had a door like that too. Interesting. That's like a grassy plain because it was like a desert sand place with the
other one.
Yeah. So I don't know. Probably one of them will be like a volcano and the other will be ice then.
Right. So here's the spirit of the staff.
Oh no, he's
Someone has come to engage my creative wiles. All I'll say is it had better be worth it after my last project. A floating city? How pedestrian.
Hi,
Yeah.
Mr. Ambrosius. Sir,
Okay.
listen, it's about our friend.
Ambrosius.
She's dying.
Ambitious.
I'm going to
Yeah.
go ahead and assume that you know it's against the rules for me to bring people back from the dead, so...
She's a beat booper though.
That's not what we want. She's not your typical girl.
Interest.
He's like, she's a beat booper.
So she isn't. I'd love to meet whoever did this. I see.
There's a fight.
There's something eating away at her?
Yeah.
I'm guessing you think you have some clever plan to save her. Just know, I will give you exactly what you asked for, and
Oh.
I don't want any complaining when it's not what you wanted.
Okay.
We brought her schematics.
Okay.
We
Nice. That'll
want you
help.
to make a new version of her, using her exact same robot parts.
That was curiously worded, girl.
Right?
An
That
exact copy of
implies
her
a
would
new
include
body.
the virus. An exact copy of her without the virus would cease to exist the second you make something else.
Yeah.
And we kind of want to keep her around longer than that.
You've done your homework.
Okay.
We want you to create a new version of her, using her existing robotic parts.
Oh.
Taking the
Because the
virus
virus
with
is software.
Yeah. And because the software ends with her
If I take the robot parts out of her,
Right.
that would leave...
Yeah.
So that way
Penny, the girl who's always been there.
the
underneath
old
it.
one will still go boom boom, and the
You
new
can't
one
destroy.
won't
It's
and will
against
be
the
her and
rules.
will still
But
okay.
you wouldn't be destroying her. Her soul is who she is.
Yeah.
Mechanical parts are just extra.
A soul without a complete body. What would be left?
I don't know. I guess you just have to get creative.
I suppose I could do a
Nice.
little add a touch of. But if I do that, how much would be her?
looks
Just
like she's
coming
gonna
up to
get
the
out,
surface.
bro.
Yeah.
This is all very exciting and very dangerous. I don't know what the results are going to be.
We don't have any other options. We believe in her.
Yep.
Then ready yourselves to witness my artistry.
I wonder if the maiden powers will stick with her. I mean, I don't
They're-
know
they're-
why
they're-
you'd
they're-
save her if they don't.
They're linked to her soul, so I think that they would.
Yeah. Also, like, why save her if you're not going to go first winter maiden?
Right. Right. like from a narrative standpoint.
It's done.
Cool. That's definitely something that no one predicted.
guess that's a signal
And that's
then.
good, especially considering that it was
Moving forward in the
also
vault.
everything
Hopefully
about it
Penny is
made
going to be
sense.
okay.
If Atlas is
Right.
moving, we need to get word out before people panic.
Meaning hurry. I know. Okay, this should be, That did, something?
You're live.
Yep.
Everyone can see you.
Nice.
Citizens of Atlas,
Sup, bros?
what we have to tell you is very important. Atlas is falling.
But no! God damn it, Ironwood!
Wait, what happened?
Somebody's been watching WandaVision.
The entire
Right.
CCT
No.
just went down.
And so did kingdom-wide communication.
It could have been watched because
How?
they did establish
Bigger
last episode that
question
he had tapped
what
the
do we do now?
communications.
Definitely, I was just making
That boy said Atlas
Yeah.
is falling. Is that true?
Yes.
Yep.
We're using the staff to get everyone to safety. Salem can have the rubble. We'll all be long gone.
Yeah.
Are you?
But
Are you
all
going to
my
leave
stuff's
me
in
here?
Atlas.
I want to be rich here.
Oh. No?
When we're finished, we'll move both of you to safety.
Okay.
Oh, Winter, thank
It's
you.
like, we'll save you,
Don't
but
thank me.
last.
It was Weiss's decision.
Ooh.
Dang. Like, I didn't give a fuck about you.
Okay.
Penny?
Yeah.
I mean, that's definitely traumatic.
Right?
I mean, it's definitely.
But it's like the virus was, I open the vault, I self-terminate.
Yeah. That's a little traumatic
Right.
for sure, dude.
Okay.
But
and are you still a beat booper?
and it's definitely, yeah, I think
Do hugs
that
always make you feel this warm
the way that
inside?
they worded that.
yeah. Based on the wording, she's a beat booper.
Wow.
Oh, she doesn't have the
Probably make
stockings.
sure our theory works.
And obviously,
start the
she's got
evacuation.
something new.
Yeah.
Free to create and it's you guys again.
Well, yeah, it's been like 30
We're not
seconds.
done with you yet.
Fine.
Let's try the quick version. Can you make a bunch of doorways in Atlas that open at a single spot in Vacuo?
Sure.
Fuck yeah.
I'll just need coordinates and specs for each door and explanation for bending space and time to account for the much greater traffic on one side
Ooh.
and a single point of exit on the other.
Okay, that's about what we expected. So, we need to funnel everybody through a central location first.
You're going to have to tell me more about this central location for starters. Where is it?
Here. A place like these vaults. Wherever they are, they're not part of Rome.
Right. That's true. It's
Only
like a dimensional
accessible if
gateway.
you know the right way
Right.
in. Seems like a safe enough place for thousands of
So
refugees.
go.
But
You
I don't think he'd be
kids
able
are
to
either
teleport
smarter
past a
or much more
different
foolish
relic
than you
guardian's domain.
I'm going to need a reference.
Oh, we've got one.
Maybe the Mistral one though, because that vault's already open. However, that looked like Amity.
Dude, I don't know, man. That feels like some work.
Yeah.
Like, this is kind of crazy. This looks. How fancy.
Yeah. And okay. I mean,
People enter from Atlas and Mantle on one side. And leave on the other side with a one-way ticket to Vacuo.
Well,
Okay.
everything appears to be in
so it's
order.
literally just like a dimensional
You were
bridge,
Quite thorough.
Right.
given
So-
literal physical form.
So, it's done.
Yeah.
Nice. What's also crazy is that
Ain't nobody predict that. For
Yeah.
sure, for
And
sure.
what's-
And one last point of clarification about this central location of yours.
yeah.
do not fall.
Of course.
Okay, and with that dire warning...
It's interesting too, because like they didn't say anything about him having a finite amount of creations he could do the way Jin did with Truths.
Right.
And it's also the type of thing where like
We go to Vacuo.
visually,
All of us.
the only difference is that her gloves and her boots are gone.
hope that we've thought
but
of
it's like,
everything.
why this? What's the significance?
Everyone.
Yeah.
Telling Atlas.
I know.
Her.
Yeah. 12 feet and 13. Yeah, they're definitely big. Yeah, but it's one of those things where like, yeah, Cinder would have been able to get to Vacuo even without the portal though, so it doesn't really matter.
Right. Well.
Yeah. And it's,
that was
but
not at all what I was expecting.
And like what's crazy about that is that it feels like because like they wrapped up Salem, they wrapped up Ironwood, like it feels like that's the end of the Atlas arc and that we're gonna be in Vacuo for our last 2 episodes.
That's kind of what I got out of that too. Which
is interesting.
Yeah, and definitely unexpected. Like that was definitely a turn I could not have predicted.
Yeah, especially considering like it's the pace that it seemed to be progressing at. But honestly, that's good, because it's one of those things where like when a show produces episodes that are good and not what you expected, overall that is the best case scenario. Because like obviously like there's nothing wrong with a good episode that's predictable, but good episodes that are unpredictable are definitely...
Yeah, I will say though, not to criticize the episode too much, but like it does feel like 2 Deus Ex Machinas in a single episode.
A little bit, yeah.
Whereas like one would have been cleaner.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
I'm also not saying that I don't accept it at face value. It's just like first thoughts.
I do see that, but it's also true that the entire point of the relics is that they're physical items that allow you to do Deus Ex Machinas.
Right. No, I do understand that, but at the same time,
yeah,
one an episode.
Yeah,
shit can't be too free. But
it's true.
But overall, we still have 2 episodes left of the season, so they're not going to be that free.
Yeah.
And he did say specifically, "Don't fall." What do you think that is in reference to? Because they're all going back to Vacuo, I guess.
I think that what he means is that I mean my interpretation was that when they're going through the bridge to Vacuo, if it's the paths are narrow and there's like a black void, so if you fall off that path, that's it. GG,
okay.
mate. I think that that's it.
Gotcha.
And that is something that definitely easily could happen with lots of people just streaming through.
Sure. But he also did say when you get to your destination. And
yeah.
And I also have to wonder, so if they're all going to Vacuo, like where is it, they mentioned through the dimensions or whatever where the where the relics are kept. So my question is A, are they going to get a twofer on the relics? Because they're going to come out in the other dimension where the other relic is?
That is what it sounded like. Like, they did make it sound like that they're all going to come out in the Vacuo equivalent of this room. The only thing that's weird about that is that you need the corresponding maiden to open the door. So
how do they get out?
Right.
Yeah. And is that even a maiden we've met yet? Is
no,
that a
it's,
maiden
no,
that's
it's,
on the board?
It's the only maiden we haven't met.
Gotcha.
Because it's Cinder, Penny, Raven, and question mark.
Yeah, and Cinder is for a relic of a room we haven't seen because they never found.
Yes, exactly. Because Cinder is for the beacon room, which we haven't seen, and Raven is the knowledge room, and Penny's the staff. Yeah,
makes sense.
Yeah, and I think I don't remember if the final relic is a crown or a sword.
Yeah,
I know it's one of those two, but I don't remember. Anyway,
aren't there 2 relics we haven't seen though?
Oh, that's true. I think that's it then. It's probably one of them is the crowd and one of them is the sword then.
Because we've seen the lamp and the staff.
Yeah.
But we haven't seen the one in Beacon or the one in Vacuo.
Yeah, exactly. And it's I don't know. I feel like that the reason why I feel so happy with this episode right now is the fact that they did something that I wasn't expecting makes me more excited for the last 2 episodes because it makes me feel like that they might also do stuff that I wasn't expecting. And also in addition to that, RWBY usually transitions when seasons do because it's like the Beacon seasons, the Walking season, the Mistral season, and therefore if we get some Vacuo episodes at the end of this Atlas season, that's good because it's going to mix up the formula a little bit, and that's
good. No, I see it.
Yeah.
And plus, technically, at this point in time, what I predicted or what I was predicting in the earlier parts of the season, it's completely derailed. And not in a bad way, but what I'm saying is I was like, oh, they're gonna use the Schnee ships, they're gonna save all of Mantle, Atlas is gonna. They're so on a different page right now.
Yep.
That you'd have to start your predictions from this point and throw away anything you would have assumed before this episode.
Yeah, exactly.
That's ultimately what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah. And it's... So, you were saying that you think that... So, I agree that I do think that because of this, yes, Penny is safe and she's going to get out. However, her dying in just a punchy punch fight is technically possible. And even though I agree with you and I believe that she's going to get out, it's one of those things where until it happens, I know that even if it's just a little bit and subconsciously, I'm going to feel nervous about it.
I don't know, man. I think this bought her at least a season or 2 of just guaranteed Penny's here.
Yeah.
Because it was such a save. I guess ultimately what I'm saying is the more they threaten to kill a character and then they get out, the less
likely
impactful that it feels. And so therefore,
if they kill him,
if they keep doing that, it's gonna be weak. So I really do think Penny's safe for a while.
No, and that
I don't
makes
know how
sense.
Long. Also, she's gonna be I think she's gonna be the Winter Maiden moving forward, and all the maidens are gonna be relevant towards the end game.
I see it. Especially considering that it's also true that there's even argument to the merit of why, if you were gonna kill her again, why'd you even bring her back in the first place? There's even a merit to that argument, because anyone could have been the Winter Maiden. So if Penny's role was to die as the Winter Maiden, why not just keep her dead and have someone else become the Winter Maiden and die?
Yeah.
But I guess let me rephrase the point I was trying to say. Penny is directly associated with Atlas, and therefore I feel like that if she is going to die, it's going to be in the Atlas arc. Therefore, if the Atlas arc ends and she's alive, I think she'll survive the entire series, and until the Atlas arc is confirmed over, it's possible that she will die. And whether or not this is true, whether or not this ended the Atlas arc, we won't know until next episode.
Right. Sure.
So, let's see. Oh, the one thing that is a little weird about the fact that Cinder was shown evacuating is that means that whatever happened with her, Watts, and Neo
took place off camera.
Right. And honestly, just like how this episode cut backwards, I really hope that the next episode cuts backwards and actually shows us what went down there rather than telling us or just making us assume. Because
it's important.
Right.
There was Watts, Cinder, Neo, and a relic.
Exactly.
What happened there is not irrelevant.
Exactly. Because like, first of all, like, it's possible that there was a fight and that when it comes to Watts and Neo, one or two of them died. And if that was the case, they'd have to flash back to it. However, it's also, even if the situation is literally Neo hands over the relic and Cinder's like, all right, I'll make taking down RWBY a higher priority. And I know, because I know that you'll just take it again. Even if that's all that happened, it's important enough that we definitely should see it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, I guess that's it. And even though there's a lot of questions about exactly what's going to happen next in the short term, I also feel like that this episode wasn't that cliffhangy, and that's why there's not a whole lot to talk about, even though it was a pretty strong episode. So I guess I'm going to sign off here. So thanks for watching, and until next time, peace.